black women, putting white women, you putting everybody in the category.
What you mean?
Light-skinned women got attitudes.
No, I didn't say they got that. I said they was stuck up.
That's the same thing.
Okay, it may be the same thing, but every light-skinned black woman I talked to was stuck up.
That's your bad experience.
It's my bad experience.
It's the baggage that is carried.
That's my bad experience. Hey, that's my bad experience. Hey, but I'm with one now though. So what you saying?
Right. So we just gonna throw the paper.
I found one that didn't have those problems.
Back from the mic.
But that goes back to what he was saying.
All I'm saying is
hold you back.
Hey, if you wouldn't have been cool, you'd have been just stuck up like the rest of them hoes.
Come on.
That ain't my fault.
Come on.
Hey, all the dark-skinned women I was talking to, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't acting like they wasn't bougie. Huh?
Why she ain't in this trade?
You just happen to be cool.
Okay.
I didn't say. I said all the ones I said all the ones I met.
We need to go this down a little bit. Time out.
All the ones I talked to, all the ones I met was stuck up, act like they was the shit, and act like you know what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? Hold up.
And that's a problem because if you're
now if I approach you, look, I approach all women like a gentleman. You know, talk, how you doing, ma'am? This, that, and the other. Oh, you know, whatever. They like, damn, what did I do to you for you to disrespect me like that?
Disrespect you how? Because dudes get it confused. If a woman's not
hold on. Go ahead.
Dudes get it confused because if you go and you talk to a woman or you try to talk to a woman and she not interested, she just not interested, you take that as disrespect.
No, I'm not talking about not interested. I'm talking about like disrespectful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, who is you? I got it, this, that, and the other. I work here. I do this. I'm driving that. That's disrespect. Okay. To come at me like that, like, nigga, who is you? How much money you got? You know, like, damn, I'm just trying to say how you doing. What's your name? And then you gonna go crazy on me?
Right there's a red flag for you. You just keep it moving like you was doing.
Hey, exactly. I kept it moving. But it seemed like to me, every light-skinned girl I talked to, it was the same outcome.
So that's the issues that that's natural for anybody. If I run into every single person that's tall tries to kick me, then I'm gonna assume that
the next tall motherfucker finna kick me.
Until I meet one that doesn't, that's natural for you to.
So basically, you've been judging books by their cover,
right?
Who judging books by its cover?
You.
No, I've had multiple experiences with light-skinned women, and they were all in the same category. They were all doing the same thing. It was all different women with the same outcome. I'm like, damn, why is all the light-skinned women like treating me like shit? Like, what the fuck? Right. What did I do? I'm being respectful, I'm being nice, and they all got this persona like they the shit. Like, damn.
We want to get into that's a problem that we as society create in their mind, partially. So part of it is, you know, they have control over their own brains, they're adults, whatever. Yeah. But the other half is if you're raised from a kid and you told that you better just because of how you look. Every day, like everywhere you go, you in school, you the popular girl, automatically just because you look a certain way, which is what we do. That's what we do as dudes. I remember being in high school. I'm like, well, she kind of annoying. She's not a cool person. She just kind of cute.
Yeah.
But the old girl's still cute. Shoot, just because she's darker. She gets passed over.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I talked to dark-skinned women. They were more nicer, more approachable. Like, and then light-skinned girl, they like, I'm the most popular, so who are you? You're not popular. You can't talk to me.
They come from the rappers and stuff, man.
Well, exactly.
Because I had, my dad, he high yellow. But my half-sister, her dad chocolate. So whenever I got into that family, I was around all chocolate. I was treated differently because I was light-skinned, regardless of if it made a difference or not. It was treated differently because I looked differently.
Look, I got brothers that's light, high yellow. I'm the only dark one in my family, like far as my immediate family. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only dark one.
I'm dark, man. I'm dark.
Hey, my sister light-skinned it. My mama light-skinned it. My brother, I'm the darkest one in my family.
Yeah, I look
everybody wonder where I come from.
That does this to each other. Latinos come in almost every color.
And they be like, yo, what's
Indians
up,
come in every color.
Exactly.
I say Middle Eastern people. I'm not sure what the exact term is. Forgive me, any listeners.
Yeah.
But yeah, people from India, from that area, region, they come in literally every shade, from dark black, to light, and we're the only people that you light skin, and that's something that was put into us from the root of slavery. Where I'm lighter because I was not out in the sun as much, and that's where you get those.
I wouldn't say that. I would say I wouldn't say you weren't in the sun as much. It was probably some. You know what I'm saying? Some cross mixture breeding.
Yeah.
It was some cross mixture breeding is what happened.
But look at that though.
Interracial dating. You know, your great grandpa could have been white, and therefore you came out lighter on down the line, even though your mom is black and your dad is black. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it just happens because everybody. My mom's family is dark. She just came out lighter than everybody else.
It's a lot of different variables.
But look at it now though. Like we talking about interracial dating. Why it's wrong? Why it's this? But
it's not wrong.
No, I'm just saying.
I think it's just people's baggage that they carry, and then they look at that. I'm just saying,
don't it get to a point to where you got to sit back and be like, damn, like, it seems like it's issues with everything.
Yeah.
Because now we go from interracial dating to we talking about us now, black people. Yeah. Light skinned women act like this, dark skinned women act like that. Shouldn't it just be? Hold on. Shouldn't it just be to a point to where now in life you like, you know what? If this person is happy with this person and that person is loyal, because loyalty is everything.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be like because like we go from this and that. Then we go to our own kind, and there's still issues amongst us. Yeah. This black woman is this light skinned woman is that.
Because none of the issues are ever fixed. They just switch to a different issue. So it just keeps happening no matter what it is.
No matter what it is. So at the end of the day, I'm sitting back thinking, I'm sipping my Bud Light, and I'm good. I'm sitting back thinking, you know what? If my man or if somebody that I know, I may not even know. If they can honestly say, you know, I'm happy I found a person that's for me, that's helping me better me, I'm for that.
Yeah.
Whatever color they are. You know what I'm saying? Now, it'd be different if my mans comes and say, you know, this is who I'm with and they make me happy and it's the same sex. That's something different. Right. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a different nationality, you happy, man? You doing better? You trying to better your life and y'all are unique? No other side stuff and all this other crap? I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that, I have a problem where I'm having a bad day, and I'm looking around down the street. I can look at your situation and make a judgment call from a distance, visually, because I can clearly perceive that you and her are different.
Yeah.
That's why I think that it's wrong to perceive that as bad without, I don't know you. I didn't have a conversation with you. I don't know what your motivation is. You know, there could be people that, you know, there's gold diggers out there of all colors. Mm-hmm. So you could be, you know, somebody could be involved for that, or you could be like y'all, be just looking for somebody trustworthy that's gonna be loyal. And I have no idea what I'm imprinting from my mind. It's really just whatever bad, like she was saying, what baggage you have that the perception is reality. So if I'm looking at it from, you know, I done ran into 7 light-skinned girls that was all, you know, uppity, then my perception of you being with whoever you're with, if they're light-skinned, is going to be the same thing. But then make her or make whoever's involved change their traits.
But like what you just said right there. I run into 7 bad attitude light-skinned girls. Okay? I come into another one, the 8th one. But if I'm attracted to women and I love women, do I just, all right, she light skinned, she already the same. Do I miss out on that opportunity because
I didn't do that?
No, I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying, cool.
I was like, all right, what's up? You know, and she didn't come off like the rest of them did. So I was like, all right, maybe this is a, you know what I'm saying, a new leaf.
I think that just comes down like what we were saying earlier, the coping. How people cope with rejection and different things. Some people cope with it and like, I don't ever want to get hurt again. I don't. Yeah. When you don't realize that that's like part of life, part of relationships specifically. You don't get hurt whether you in a relationship with, like, I'm married and I hurt my wife and I get hurt by her, like with little stuff and big stuff. But you have to learn how to work through it and get healing and get over it and move on. Regardless of what it is. Otherwise, you're not going to continue living. Your body's like physically designed on a cellular level to heal itself. because you knew that you was gonna get nicks and scratches and cuts and bruises from living life. Something's gonna happen.
It happens.
If you choose to shut down a whole section of humanity because they look a certain way based on your whatever's happened to you previously, then that's your own loss.
That's your own, exactly, your own loss, your own preference. You know what I'm saying? But how could it be a loss if you already got it in your predetermined in your mind that you have nothing to gain from it anyway? So, right. I mean, I guess the question mark will remain there because I'm still at like, you know,
just because you don't know you took the L don't mean you still didn't get an L. I mean, you still got the L.
You still lost.
That's what I'm saying. That poses a crazy question because that's the way I am. Like, if I was before I was married, if I didn't chance it with a girl, I didn't gain anything.
You would have lost out on meeting special and having your son.
That's true. Now I can look at that. Now I can look at that and say, okay, you're right. But before, my mentality is if I was to walk past a girl, she was to walk past me, nothing was ever said. I go about my day, she go about hers. I don't take it as a loss, but I didn't gain anything because I didn't talk to her. But I felt, to me, I didn't lose anything neither.
I mean, it's like the saying, like the unaimed arrow never misses. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you don't ever step on the court, you never knew that you was going to be Michael Jordan. But you have to go out and try. That's the whole point of life. Whatever it is you're looking for, you have to go and try to find it regardless of where it is. Mm-hmm. And you found it, and it happened to be in a white girl.
And
it don't matter.
When we just say that to the white girl, like it just it has. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just saying,
it's gonna always be that.
Because like when Trey referred to his girl, he said my girl. You know, my white girl. You know, like it just has this.
We're talking
interracial.
But let me just say this, and this is the God honest truth. Anybody that know me knows this. I used to pray. You know, God, just send me a fine, gorgeous woman, long as she not white. I promise. That's how I was. I was so in the box. Like I felt the person I was supposed to date is black women. That was it.
From your grandma and multiple other.
That was it.
This is where we come from, man. Yeah. Wherever you come from, that's you gonna believe.
That was it. So
unless you open minded,
I was open minded enough to get on Plenty of Fish. That's where I met my wife. Plenty of Fish, become a sponsor. Life Music and everything else. You can subscribe on iTunes. Hit me up on SoundCloud. POF. Let me be an endorser.
Right.
You know, I'm living proof that your site works for some.
Hey,
okay. But you know, like,
I hope that they check us out.
I just want to say this: when I first met you, I didn't know that your wife was white. You know what I mean? So when I went to your house, you know, we playing the game and just talking. And, you know, like yeah, she gonna come in and say this woo wop, you know. I seen it, I'm like, who's her friend? That's how I was thinking myself, man. And like she just came in like, hey baby, I'm like, I was kind of scratching my head because me knowing him, he seemed like my sister, pro black. That's why I thought. But did I have a problem with it? Not at all. I mean, that's what he wanted to do. Is what he wanted to do. As long as he happy, like you said. If he enjoyed it, I'm cool. She didn't rub me the wrong way. She ain't saying out of line to me. I have no problem with it. That's not my relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it kind of caught me for a loop.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you good.
But whether it's a black white dude dating a black girl or a white girl dating a black dude, it does not give you a pass to say the N-word.
Yeah, that's true.
I just had to say because I seen that. Yeah. I seen that. Well, my boyfriend is. It does not matter. You say that wrong person, and they will knock you out.
They will.
Yeah.
And trust me, mine's no.
I ran into.
Mine's no.
I had a sweet girl that I used to stay with. It was on a dating tip. It was just I moved out or whatever. But she dated this other guy who was African. And she dropped that word like she was just like she was in a rap video.
Yeah.
It made me not want to be like. Besides that, everything was like she was the coolest person, super cool, you know, chilling. But I'm just like, nah, I can't vibe with that.
No, I had a white dude was telling me it was him and 3 other white people. I just walked up, you know.